So, Alison, as the head of English in India, and being part of this conference from the time of its inception to where we are now in Tech 13 and the third series of the Tech, what were some of the challenges and the achievements that we as British Council have been able to achieve through this conference?
Yes, there have been some significant achievements over the last 3 years. In the first year, we attracted around 600 teachers and teacher educators from across the country, and I think we had about 6 countries represented internationally. In the second year, around 17 countries were represented, and we had around 1,000 delegates. And this year, I think we've managed to attract more than 1,300 people from 22 different countries. So the growth in the scale and the number of people able to access this really important professional development opportunity has been really quite significant. Also thinking about our partnership with the English and Foreign Languages University, with them and through the collaboration with them, we've been able to achieve this success, and we really look forward to working with the English and Foreign Languages University over the coming years. Both of our institutions and our organisations, we share a very similar vision and goal, and we both feel very strongly about improving the quality of English language teacher education and teaching and learning. And so working together has enabled us to realise this vision more effectively. Not only working with the English and Foreign Languages University, but also with our different partners. So we're supported again this year by the English Language Teachers Association of India and by the International Association of Teachers of English as a Foreign Language, the two biggest teachers associations in our countries, in India and the UK. And so that really enables participation from a large number of teachers and teacher educators who are members of those associations as well. And on top of that, we couldn't really do any of this without the support of our sponsors, and again, that's grown substantially over the last 3 years. So we started off, I think, with 2 sponsors supporting us, and this year we've grown to over 7, I think. 3 principal sponsors with Trinity College London, Oxford University Press and Cambridge University Press, and also support from Pearson, Young India Films and BKSB. And Education World have been our media partner, so we really appreciate their support, and without them the conference just wouldn't be what it is today, and it wouldn't be sustainable.
For our work that we do in English, Alison, and the various different things that we're doing with the different state governments, with our different partnerships that we have, this theme, English language teaching in diverse environments, what do you think is the significance of this theme to the type of work that we do and the type of partnerships that we have?
First of all, I'd like to say that the conference itself, no matter what the theme, provides a really important continuing professional development opportunity to the thousands of teacher educators who are working in very diverse and very difficult, challenging environments across the country. This conference, we must remember, is not only for teachers or educators working in private schools in India, but also for teachers and educators working in the state sector across the country. And I think we have representation from a large number of states who often wouldn't have the opportunity to attend this kind of event. So we have representation from Bihar, from Assam, from Maharashtra, from Punjab. So a huge number of different state governments have managed to send their representatives. All of these educators and teachers are working in extremely diverse conditions, as I said earlier. Their classrooms are diverse. They have children from different linguistic backgrounds, children from different grades in the same classroom. They have children with disabilities or special needs. So they have to cope with a huge range of different issues while they're teaching English. And so this conference was really trying to bring together teachers and educators who are working in these environments and to get them to have the opportunity to interact with others who are facing similar challenges, share experiences, to learn from each other, to have the opportunity to hear more about the research that informs the practice, and to think more critically about how they can create a more inclusive learning environment in their classrooms for their students.
Alison, what is the type of impact that you were hoping to achieve with a theme like this and with the type of conference? And based on your experience over the last 3 days, how have you seen the realization of that impact?
Okay, I think that the Indian government, or Government of India, policy now is very much looking towards how to improve the quality of learning outcomes, how to improve the quality of teacher education, and also how to create more inclusive learning practices and environments. And this event has actually managed to focus on all three of those aspects. In every session I think I've been to, we've had teachers and educators talking about multilingualism, about how they can improve those kind of practices in their classrooms. And I've seen teachers and educators listening and hanging on to every word of every presentation with absolutely rapt attention, and writing down lots of notes, and then afterwards asking lots of questions and interacting with each other. We've had coffee shop sessions at the end of each day, which are informal sessions where we invite participants to identify themes or issues that they feel particularly passionately about, and to come along to those rooms and to talk about them further and debate with researchers, with academics, but also with practitioners. So that interaction between those three groups is quite rare, and so I've been really impressed with the level of debate and discussion that's been going on in the sessions, but also in the corridors and during lunches and things like that. Some of the delegates have said to me that it's one of the only opportunities that they've had to really interact with a huge range of different people from different backgrounds. And I feel quite confident that this kind of event will trigger a kind of thought or a change in their thinking, in their perspective, and when they go back to their own classrooms or training rooms, that they'll think differently about the way that they approach their work and start reflecting and potentially transforming the work that they're doing.
Our tagline in British Council has always been creating opportunities. Alison, what is your opinion on the type of opportunities that a conference like this creates for Britain, as well as for the type of work that we're trying to achieve and the impact that we're trying to achieve in India?
Okay, that's a good question. I think it's really important that we provide as many opportunities as we can to link up the expertise and the experience between our two countries, and to make sure that we're learning from each other and that there are chances for us to grow and develop through that kind of collaboration. In the session just before lunch, I was with Dr. Martin Lamb from Leeds University, and he's done some really interesting research into teachers and teacher education in China and in Indonesia. And he, through having come to this conference, is now potentially exploring research collaborations with India, and he's managed to network and hook up with people who are interested in helping him do that kind of research in India. So I think that's one way that this conference opens up opportunities. Secondly, we're webcasting the event, so we hope that representatives and experts from the sector, the UK ELT sector, are able now to much more easily understand the context in India, to learn from the sessions that they see on the webcast, and to think about how they can perhaps support the work that's going on here, or vice versa, to get in touch with Indian academics or Indian institutions and see what kind of partnerships might emerge from this kind of event. And I think our sponsors would probably agree that through this opportunity they're able to demonstrate the kind of research that they've done, the range of resources and materials that are available, both online and offline, both free and paid resources, which are accessible and relevant for the community here in India.
Thank you.